Hello everyone, good afternoon. It is June 14th, 2023, Flag Day in the United States of America. We are in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Today I'm going to record a quick video walking around exploring some of the, we're in North Loop right now. Probably walk around a little bit wanted to show how hazy it is right now. It looks like the camera is slightly out of focus, but really that is the haze from the Canadian wildfires. So we're gonna walk around this neighborhood a little bit and probably head up towards downtown in a moment and take a walk around North Loop and see what we can see through the smoke. Hope you're all having a wonderful day so far, whatever day it is, whenever you're watching this. Hey. These are, I believe, the Riverside condominiums, I think is what they're called. Nice little complex here in the heart of the North Loop. Nice green space. So that street we just walked away from was 2nd Street. I believe this is 1st here, and we'll walk up 1st towards downtown. Across the street, you can see the Minnesota Opera. And then here to the north, you got the Star Tribune building. The end of the street here. Looks like there's some renovations going on to the Opera, the building next to it right here. Window washing maybe? Hey. Keep wanting to adjust the exposure on my phone here because everything looks so washed out because of that wildfire smoke from the Canadian wildfires. It's affected much of the Midwest and Northeast. We had a couple days last week where it was pretty smoky like this too, and then there was that one day that was very bad in the city of New York where the sky almost appeared a bit red because it was such a heavy smoke. But yeah, we're under a air quality alert today. So people who have breathing issues or could be vulnerable should be inside, limiting outdoor activities, limiting exposure to poor air quality. No event parking. There was a Minnesota Twins game this afternoon. I think. Might still be going on. River Station Condominiums is what it's called. That's that whole complex, connects back to where we started. Yeah, there was a Minnesota Twins baseball game this afternoon, starting at noon. It's currently about 2:30 or so, against the Milwaukee Brewers. This is the Cremette Company building. Built 1896, pasta factory. This building, it says the Rock Island Lofts. Over here we have the Heritage Landing. Kind of a cool apartment building, condos for this area. Nice height without being too inhibitive on the neighborhood. Head down this way, you'll get to the Mississippi River. You can walk along the river, but we're going to continue walking up First Street here. And go look at downtown Minneapolis in the smoke and the haze. Over here, straight ahead, the tall building in the far distance under construction is the North Loop Green Tower. I want to say it's in the 30-story range for the apartment building, which is the taller one. The closer one is around 20. some recent images online of the views from there, and it's just going to be an incredible building. Beautiful stuff. Future home to Piper Sandler in the office tower, and then residential in the taller tower. Not sure what this building straight ahead of us is with the siding being put in. We can look that up and talk about it another day. Below us we have the railway line, which is the North Star line, connects through here. Heads across towards northeast Minneapolis over this direction. The Old Town Central Hennepin district. Across the Mississippi River. It's kind of cool. Bakery over here across the street. It has some quality baked goods there. And then of course Spoon and Stable here. Yeah, when you first step outside, it kind of seems just a little hazy, but after walking a few blocks, you can really start to notice it's a little more difficult to breathe and more tired. Northwestern Hide and Fur Company. This project here we've walked through a few times. Looks like the renovation is a bit more extensive than I had remembered. Oh, actually no, because I think we walked by a few months back and the structure with the green siding was completely just a hit a few months back. And then looks like they're trying to keep the integrity of this white building in the middle and then building around it, as well as this building on the corner with the bay windows. I'm really interested to see what this project comes out to. I believe it is a hotel that they're renovating it to. Open space between the archive building here. Like the crane is over the Federal Reserve building there. Maybe pouring some cement, it looks like. Got a large container full of something. This is where North Loop crosses over to downtown at Hennepin Avenue, major thoroughfare of the city of Minneapolis, all the way from northeast over the direction we're heading, all the way to through downtown, the Hennepin Theater District over this direction, and then all the way through to uptown. Down until about a little past Lake Street. The smoke coming in has definitely gotten worse throughout the day. This morning it was a little hazy, not too bad. Could still see at least the blue of the sky and whatnot. But here throughout the afternoon, it's a bit breezy, so I think the breeze has brought in the smoke with it. As was predicted by the forecasters, they said this afternoon was likely to be pretty hazy, and that's why they put that air quality alert up. Here we have the Minneapolis Federal Reserve Building. Hennepin Avenue Bridge, the Grain Belt beer sign, which I believe the lights were out on that for years, and then I think maybe it was right around the time of the Super Bowl that they started illuminating it again. Initially it might have been illuminated in purple and yellow, the Vikings and Minneapolis Lakers and Los Angeles Lakers colors. Here's the beautiful Mississippi River. Central Avenue Bridge, and if you look way out in the distance you can see the Stone Arch Bridge, which I was just reading is going to be under renovations for a few years here coming up. So now is the time to enjoy that bridge, because I think it said through 2026 or so, so a few years of renovations. And the source I saw, which I believe was Development Tracker, was unsure of what the closing of that would look like. So if it would still be open to pedestrian traffic or not throughout those renovations. This structure here on the right is the United States Postal Service building. Just a massive structure here on the waterfront. Some cool details here on the side of the building. Little skyway there connecting to, I believe, their lot. Smoke aside, beautiful day in Minneapolis, about mid-80s. Let's head towards downtown. We do need to make more videos over in Northeast and Old Town sometime in the hopefully not too distant future. But there's a building I wanted to go look at today. I was driving by it the other day. I wanted to go look around the base of it. And then I'll probably head back towards North Loop and finish up my workday. Guy in a baseball jersey, probably, possibly, maybe left the Twins game. Don't know what the outcome of that was. I think they were doing all right at the beginning of the year, but I heard they were facing some struggle the last few weeks. Don't really watch a ton of baseball. But little subjects like that do give a sense of the timeline of where things are at and sentiment around what's going on in Minneapolis. So I do like to share those tidbits. The towers, these apartment buildings here. Housing right here in the Gateway District of Minneapolis. I believe this is actually the Gateway, and then when you cross Washington up ahead, it will become downtown. But I don't know. I could be wrong. I'm often wrong. But that's part of life. If I say anything that's wrong, please let me know. Correct me. If you have any fun facts or tidbits about any buildings or structures or anything we look at, please mention it in the comments. I love learning more about the city. I love your input and the things you can share. Hopefully soon we'll be able to do more of a live streaming type channel, but for now we're doing standalone videos, so you get to listen to me yammer in a bit of a less of a two-way conversational way. But I do enjoy live streams where you can converse a bit more. So here's an update from the last time we were walking around the Gateway District. The fountains are on now. It's a few weeks, maybe a month ago, that we walked by before, and they hadn't switched the fountains on for the season yet. Interested to see if this building was going to be open, but it looks like it is locked. Its main tenant, Voya, moved out and moved across the street here to this building. I believe it's called the Mark, which I learned from a viewer of this channel that that used to be the Federal Reserve building for years, and then they built this new Federal Reserve building. You can see the tower on over there with the crane above it, and the Federal Reserve has moved into that to print their money and do all their high security operations. So this area below, where it cuts off right there, that glass structure below that level used to be open. So sort of like this, where you could walk through, and then they closed it off at some point. enjoy the views of the reflecting ponds here around this building. And up ahead you can see the beginning of Nicollet Mall. So right here on the right we have RBC Gateway, and the city is constantly putting forth effort to try to get more people downtown. I mean, every video I post, someone comes in and is like, oh my goodness, back when I used to come downtown, there were so many more people. What happened? It looks like a ghost town. So they're trying to make these efforts to bring more people down here, explore this area, see the city. And one of the things they're gonna do is they're talking about limiting the bus and car traffic. So we've already limited car traffic here on Nicollet Mall, but they're gonna start with this stretch here, this first couple blocks from Washington on. They're gonna, I believe, close that off at some point. I don't know if it's just on some given days or if it was gonna be for an extended period of time, to close that off to bus traffic, allow a public space where people can hang out. And I think they were going to loosen the liquor laws, so if there was an event on the street, that people could still hang out there and have an open container of alcohol if they'd like to, and just do a few things to get more people hanging out and enjoying these downtown areas of Minneapolis, because we do hear so often of the difference that a few years and decades have made. Everything from hybrid work to just the changes in retail. The Lunchabus, not the Lunchabus. This is the Lunchables bus. Watch out for the Lunchabus. I don't like that bus ride. Oh yeah, so the downtown change is everything from losing all that retail traffic where we're all online shopping, going to Amazon.com or any sort of e-commerce retailer now, as opposed to coming downtown, checking out Dayton's or whatever used to be there, and grabbing some clothes from Nordstrom's. With that shift towards online retail, lost a lot of foot traffic there. And then obviously post-pandemic, here we are with hybrid work taking over all this office space. Lots of creative stuff being done to try to get people back down here and give people reason to be having a good time in downtown Minneapolis. Quite the interesting view of the hazy, smoky view up Nicollet Mall here. Let's continue walking and we'll probably loop around the mark and then head back towards North Loop. That guy was so casual, smoking a cigarette or riding his scooter. Definitely enjoying the smoky day there. is 100 Washington Square, the 100 Washington building here. Home to a few different tech companies. What was the name of it? I know Jamf was in here, Code 42, which I believe is cybersecurity, and then Microsoft apparently had some offices in here, as well as some smaller tenants without having their names on the building there, but a variety of stuff inside this building with some great views of the city. There's nobody out here. I wonder if this, they maybe do events at this spot. Put a bar up right here. Let's check out the orb for a minute. A fountain that I really enjoy, one of my favorites in the city. Love the way the water flows around the orb there. I always like when people give me a little look from the side and they're like, what is this guy looking at? What is this guy recording? Hopefully can sometimes inspire people to slow down and maybe savor a fountain or just a view of a corridor here downtown. The unique way the city looks today inside the smoke, or just whatever's around. While the smoke may not be ideal, hopefully it is an identifiable factor about this point in time in Minneapolis, and we don't see too much of the smoke like this in the future. But I did see a report saying that there would likely be extended smoke issues throughout the summer here because it is seeming like there's going to be such a bad wildfire season. Alright, so just a heads up, I did just get the dreaded low battery notification that my battery has dropped to 20%, which means that you never know with my phone. It might shut out in 1 minute, it might shut out in 20 minutes. If it shuts out in 1 minute, thank you for watching. If you enjoy the video, if you enjoy the walk around Minneapolis, like and subscribe and share it with your friends. Let me know in the comments what parts of Minneapolis or St. Paul or Minnesota you'd like to see more of. I'd love to explore more, especially places I haven't been before, or places I have, but anything you'd like to see, I'd like to go there. So tell me what's interesting to you, and I'll check it out. Always interested to explore more, savor the world around me, and make the best of the days that are put in front of us. is 11 Washington. Is it 11 or 111? Bike racks over here. Got a loose tile or whatever here. Yeah, 11 Washington Square, and then across the street, 100 Washington Square. One of these buildings is or was the home to the Dunn Brothers Coffee headquarters. We're getting spun around a bit here. Hopefully I'm not making you too dizzy. All right, let's try again. Having trouble with this gimbal at the moment, getting the view up the side of the building. Oh well. We'll walk up to 3rd here and then head back to Northwood. Kind of see up the side of that building a bit. Not exactly the view I was looking for, but still figuring out the kinks of this gimbal I got. It's got a few different pivots on it. Finding the way to get it to work best, to get what I want to see out of it. This is the 360 Nicollet right here, this building here, a little rooftop deck there, with their, I think that's their pool area in that building. Goodness, there goes another lunch bus. Get those things out of here. Well, I guess it's better than no bus at all. So this deck up here is a restaurant there inside the RBC Gateway and the Four Seasons Hotel, which is a public space. So I do think they have like a happy hour and things there if you're looking for the opportunity to sit out on that space and enjoy the views and come downtown and have a good meal. I've heard that the food there's really good. Haven't checked it out yet, but hopefully someday soon. This is the Cancer Survivors Park outside the Mark and the old Federal Reserve Building. I believe this is the space where there's going to be a festival, a couple festivals here in Minneapolis. I think it's called Taste of Minnesota, which is going to be some sort of food festival. I know there's going to be live music here. The band Third Eye Blind, I believe, is it Third Eye Blind? I think they're playing here, and Big Boy. So a couple of those little older acts going to be playing here, hopefully getting people downtown and enjoying the space here. Some absolutely awesome chalk art right here. Wow. How cool is that? Now, there was a chalk art festival in Maple Grove, which is a suburb of the city. I believe a suburb outside. Yeah, it's a northern suburb here. I wanted to say outside of St. Paul, but I actually think it's here on the Minneapolis side. I'm getting distracted. Yeah, there was a chalk art festival over last weekend, and looks like someone came and made some cool chalk art of Minneapolis, that mill district here, outside the RBC Gateway. But yeah, this is a really cool project going on here in Minneapolis throughout the summer. There's just these pianos around downtown, and pianos on parade. You've got your different Minneapolis buildings here, some flowers, pollinators, and then, whoa, your piano. See, I don't think pretty cool. And as you walk around downtown Minneapolis, those are throughout the area. They had them out last summer too. Very cool project. My wife actually had the idea. She was talking about the channel, I don't know if it was yesterday or the day before. The exact day is not at all relevant, but she was talking to me the other day about it and was saying, oh, it'd be kind of cool to do a walk going through Minneapolis just from piano to piano, exploring all the pianos that were placed throughout the city. I think that could be kind of fun. This is Hennepin in Washington right here. And you see where it's a puttery is going to be those indoor mini golf things. People can play golf in that location. No, there were a lot of people that were hoping for a more affordable grocery store option, because Whole Foods has great food, good quality food, but not the most affordable option. And I think, as we've seen, the hours at Target here become a little more limited in downtown Minneapolis. The options for affordable food are thinning out a bit. So I think a lot of the people who are invested in the future of the city wanted to see some more affordable grocery options in the city. We like Whole Foods. But I definitely am in agreement that it would be nice to have some other and more affordable options in downtown and in North Loop. Got all the families leaving the baseball game here as summer hits and kids finish their school years. Minneapolis Public School still has a couple days of school left. They'll be ending tomorrow is the last day of school, so pretty much everybody in the area, I believe, will be out of school for the summer, unless they're doing a specific summer program starting tomorrow. Well, end of day tomorrow. First Avenue, so go up this direction to the First Ave venue, Butler Square, the Target Center, basketball stadium for the Lynx and the Timberwolves. It's kind of funny, there was a mural that was put up here. You can see that little differently painted square right there. There was a mural that was put up there, it can't be more than a year ago. And yeah, I had a couple Timberwolves players on it, but I believe some of the players on there got traded away. I don't know if that had to do with why the mural came down so quickly, but that was a cool mural. But it's come down now, and at least one of those players is no longer on the team. Hopefully they can put some new art up on this wall. It's a cool space. Ooh, I just walked into a tree. I'm not sure if I had recorded a video of that spot or not, but I know I'd walked by there in the past and definitely had taken some photos, but not sure if I took a video for the channel proper. I think I spent a little less time in the North Loop type area up until last year. We got Red Cow with their support for Pride. Twin Cities Pride coming up here in a couple weeks at Loring Park. There has been some talk about what the future of Pride in the Twin Cities will look like because of the sheer size of the groups that are starting to come to it. Maybe it's outgrowing the park, but just want to find the best place to get everybody in a safe way to have a good time, celebrate being true and honest selves in this beautiful city. So I did just get the 10% battery reminder, which means any moment you're gonna be cut off. So thanks again for watching. I won't keep saying that. I know it's kind of pesky. Why does this guy keep thanking me? I do appreciate everybody who watches the channel and sends me emails and comments and gives me more knowledge and information about this beautiful city. So until the battery runs out, I hope you all are having a wonderful day. I hope that you make the best of what's left of it and you enjoy what's in front of you. Well, last time we walked by here, this building, that space that's open was closed off. And there was doors in front of there which they've taken down. They said, it did say they were going to be doing renovations, but looks like they peeled that whole part off, putting a new Whitney Square. I'll have to look that up. The Monte Carlo here is a restaurant. You can see right here, this place Monte Carlo. I was walking by there the other day with some friends and it looked like they had a pretty nice patio space. A nice, almost garden-like patio space. Let's go take a quick look. I always thought it was more of just like a bar, but apparently it's a full-service restaurant. Seemingly had a pretty cool space. Got Dinolo. There's a baby and kid store, and then Allbirds, or as a friend of mine referred to them as Salesforce Ones, because apparently those shoes are very popular in the tech and startup world. Salesforce, I guess, isn't really a startup anymore. They're a pretty established company at this point. But yeah, Salesforce Ones. I thought that was pretty funny. Reference to the Nike Air Force Ones. So here's that patio. Just real gorgeous space here. And then some outdoor seating here in the front. I believe that's the historic Hewing Hotel. Yeah, one thing that I've really appreciated about making this YouTube channel and just trying to learn more is it has given me the opportunity to slow down, and buildings that I didn't know so much about maybe a year ago or when the channel first started, I've had the opportunity to learn a bit more about, and definitely gotten more engaged in the history of Minneapolis. Which I think is good, to make yourself feel at home where you live in, be more engaged in your community, knowledgeable about what's in front of you and around you. So now we are walking up 2nd. We walked down first over there. This is where we started, was a few blocks up ahead on 2nd. We crossed over this bridge on that bridge over there. And then we crossed over that bridge on Washington a handful of times in the channel. Someone is not getting their fruit spread sandwiches. Strawberry jam. I wonder if they had peanut butter and they just took off with the peanut butter. You've got the elements for a delicious sandwich right there. 2 of the 3 at least. So I think that the other side of this building said Heritage Landing too. This is a, looks like 4-story building, and the other side was, I believe, 5 or 6. Very different feel in the building on the other side, but same complex, I guess, Heritage Landing. We walked the opposite direction here on 2nd Street, in, I believe, a video that is titled First Days of Spring in Minneapolis. And it is wet and snowy and a mucky mess. So we're here at North 2nd and North 5th Avenue. This is the 5th Avenue Market. There's going to be a new egg sandwich spot coming in here. And I believe the opening day is on the 17th. So this weekend. It's called Egg on a Roll, like egg on a sandwich roll, or like it's on a roll as in it's doing well or whatever. But yeah, the chef, I believe, is from the Hewing Hotel, has some decent experience, and is going to have egg sandwiches being served out of this location. Excited to try those. Looks like a good spot. There was recently the egg sandwich discourse on Minneapolis St. Paul Twitter because of the new egg restaurant in St. Paul that was serving $20 egg sandwiches. I was looking at the menu for egg on a roll over here on Toast, which is the website that they're going to be doing their takeout through. And it's a Town Place Suites Marriott. And they were in the under $10 range for a sandwich here. I think 7 to 10 with the build your own starting at either 5 or 6. So decent deal, especially in comparison to the other stuff there. See, hotel right here on the left, and then apartments.